Hi there and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something completely different from what I normally do, and that is reviewing Sauvage by Dior. Actually, not reviewing it as per se, it's a great smelling aftershave or perfume, but what I want to talk about is making sure that you get the real deal when you actually purchase this, because there's many of these coming online prices where you see them really cheap, or whether they're actually not cheap. They're similar kind of prices as Boots, etc., maybe just slightly cheaper, and you may be fooled into buying a fake or a copy of what you think is the original or Sauvage. Now, what I've done is I've ordered one from Dior themselves, just to make sure I'm getting a genuine version, and it's the 60 milliliter eau de parfum, which is the strongest, and it's stronger than EDT, so it means it lasts longer. Now, these are expensive perfumes, so you don't want to be possibly taking this to the workplace and just leaving it there, because other people may use it, or worst case, somebody actually takes it. So I picked the perfume because perfume will last you maybe 8 to 10 hours, so that's a working day. Or if you're going out to a nightclub, then that will last you the entire night. So that's the box there, and as you can see, it's coming with a cellophane wrapping, which is very, very clear. And the box itself that it came from, direct from Dior, is a solid box, and it's tamper proof as well. So it's very, very secure. If this has been attempted to get into, somebody's attempted to break into it after delivery, you will know. Inside, you've got these little Dior kind of ticker tapes in there, wrapping paper, and that's another clue. And then, of course, the Dior envelope, which contains your purchase order and also your return details as well. They've also included a little gift here, which is a 1 milliliter sample of Chanel Miss Dior. I think it's Miss Dior. Yes, Miss Dior. And they put in a little 1 milliliter. It's a nice little touch. It's not a lot, but it's a nice little touch. It gets you introduced to a new fragrance. Here you can see that the Dior stamp is on there, and underneath you've got your barcodes and your serial numbers. Now, if you were to buy a fake copy, then there's a very good chance that the barcodes and serial numbers will be the same on each one, or may just be a sticker on top. So this is actually printed onto the box, not a sticker. So we want to pay attention of that. If the person that you see on maybe Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree is selling multiple versions, then have a look. Now, look at this cellophane. It's absolutely crystal clear, and there's no scratches on the cellophane, and it's got a nice seal there, and that's a professional seal. And again, look, if you look at the top, it's neat, the way it's sealed at the top. And that's quite difficult to do, is to get that level of detail. And that's another thing to look at even before you even open it as well. So a lot of these people selling it may be reluctant for you to open it. So you're trying to tell whether it's a fake before you even get to the point where you have to open this bottle, because they may not let you open it. They may say, well, if you opened it, you bought it. So how do we get around this little problem? Well, we came up with a little test for this, which is to use a normal kitchen scale and just to pop it on the kitchen scale and weigh it at several different places. You'll see there that it's actually, just looking again at the bottle, you can see how nicely that finish of the actual box itself is exceptionally well finished. It's just plain at the front and ribbed all the other sides except for the top and bottom, which is the kind of a plain, shiny kind of look to it. And I'll show you that a little bit later. Okay, so first thing also to mention is I talked about fakes. Now, fakes are copies of the Sauvage original, which is trying to pass itself off as a Sauvage itself. So they'll copy the bottle, they copy the box, they copy the perfume, and they'll try and keep it as close to the original as possible. And then, importantly, they'll sell it as a Sauvage. Now, this is completely wrong, because what they're doing is they're taking your hard-earned money and actually making you pay for a fake product, which is not Sauvage, but pretending it is. So here we go. This is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to get a regular kitchen scale, and we can pop this 60 milliliter eau de parfum, and you see I've put the name there, 252 grams. Okay, straight away in the box, 252 grams consistently. You know, sometimes you may get 251, but that's because of maybe the surface you're putting on, or 250. But you're in that region, 252 grams. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to look at the packaging. If we're going to open it, we want to look at the packaging if it passes this test. Okay, so when you remove this this film, it tears really, really nicely, really, really easily, and really cleanly. Okay, so it's not shredding. You don't have to rip it apart. It just tears nicely. And there you can see the slight ribs through there, and again through the back and through the side. But the front, there's no rib pattern at the top, and at the bottom, no rib patterns at all. Okay, now the box itself is a little bit difficult to get into. You'll need two hands. You'll see me struggle a little bit here. And you have a very good chance you're going to rip that box as you try and open it. Again, that might be a method to ensure that people are not taking out the perfumes and replacing with fake ones. Okay, so I'm going to have to use both my hands to open this. You can see that again. And when I do open it, I do rip the box as well. So we're going to now wait just with the glass bottle, because the glass bottle is an expensive component of the overall cost. These bottles are hard to manufacture, but they're consistent in their weight. And there you go, 229 grams. So you've not used any of the sprays. 229 grams with the lid on and the bottle full. Okay, that's 60 milliliters perfume. And now what we're going to do is just give away the cap, because again, the cap is another component which is difficult to reproduce. 28 grams. Okay, and therefore this is 201. Add the two together, and you get your total. But the reason why we're splitting them, because they're two components which have to be made absolutely precisely to actually fit that. The overall box weight, which we measured originally, can be faked by putting weights inside the bottle, such as little paper inserts, etc., just to bring up the weight to the 229 grams. So this is the reason why you can't really rely on one test. You've got to do a few tests to actually make sure that you're getting the real deal with it. Now, the other thing to mention here is that I talked about fakes and fakes trying to put themselves out as the original perfume from the original maker, but you also get something called clones. So with scents cannot be copyrighted. So basically, clones are legal, but they're not passing, as long as they're not passing themselves off as originals. So they could put it as a homage to Eau Sauvage, but they mustn't say that they are Eau Sauvage, or be putting themselves to a point where they're pretending to be Eau Sauvage. So what are you paying for? You're paying for the bottle here. You're paying for the designers. You're paying for the name. You're paying for the fragrance and the quality. When you buy the original, when you're buying clones, you're paying for something completely different. You're paying for the scent. You're not paying for the bottle. You're not paying for the name, etc. You may decide to pass it off as original, but you're not paying. You're not actually. The seller is not actually fooling you into thinking that is the original. I hope this video has been useful to you, and if it has, then do let me know in the comments. And if there's, I'll make you another one of this one, and potentially I can try to get a few of the copy versions and see how they compare to the original. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.